Okay, so let's go ahead and finish part 2 of this. Sorry that ran a little bit long. I was trying to hurry, but anyways, this is just going to be 2 parts. So we finished off on doing this finger here. So we did the little haunted house, and then we've got the bats on the side. And then on the bottom here, all I want to do is add a little bit of ground as well to that. So we're just going to grab just a black polish and kind of just put it on the bottom there to where it looks like ground. All right, so there's that. I'll take it all the way to the end. And then in this stamp, I don't know if you guys can even see it. Let me see if I can grab the actual plate. What did I do with it? Okay, so in the actual plate here, you can see on the side there, there's 2 little pumpkins. So what I'm going to do is grab just an orange polish. This is Zoya Jansen. And I'm just going to grab this and put a little dot of it here on my plate. And then I'm going to grab this dotting tool. So it's just the one with the brush on one end and then the small dotting on the other. And then I'm just going to dip the dotting tool into the orange. And what I'm going to do is just kind of dot in those pumpkins. Just like that. So you got your 2 little pumpkins there. And then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a yellow polish. This is Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Lightning. And we're just going to drop some of this onto the plate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the windows. So I don't know if you can see the windows there on the haunted house. So I'm going to dip into my polish, and then I'm just going to color in the windows to kind of give it a little bit of extra like detail on here. And then on the very top here, there's 2 very small windows. And then there's a bigger one here. So there we go. So it kind of just highlights that and just makes it stand out a little bit more. So there's that one there. And then we'll go ahead and wipe this off of the plate. Okay, so we're going to move on to the pointer finger, and we have the moon already dried for us. So what I'm going to do on this nail is just put some bats flying across the moon. So we're going to go back to our Wistonia plate. We're going to use these bats here. And I'm going to grab my special Conad polish and just kind of go over the bats that I want to use. And grab our little scraper, and you're going to scrape away. And then you're going to pick up the image. I like to use the smaller end just because I have a little bit more control of where the placement is. I'm going to take that one away. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to stamp these bats flying across the moon. So I want a couple of the bats to actually be on the moon. All right, just like that. So then you have your bats flying across the moon. Super easy. So there's that. And then for the thumb here, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing we did here on the middle finger. So I'm going to grab my little haunted house from Bundle Monster 305. And we're just going to put the polish there. You know the drill by now. Scrape it off. Pick it up. Make sure it is there. And then we're going to place this in the corner of our nail. Just like that. So there's our house. And then on this side, I think I'm going to put one of those trees, like those creepy little trees. So we're going to go back to BM Bundle Monster plate 240 or 224. And then just use these creepy looking trees. And I'm actually going to use the bigger ones this time just because we have more space to cover. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to use the smaller end so I have a little bit more control. You can see those creepy looking trees there. And then we're just going to place this in the corner. Just like that. So then you have your creepy looking trees. And we can even add a few more bats to the top there. So let's see here. Let's grab this plate again with our bats. And then I'm just going to grab just maybe the last 3 bats on here. And you can add as much or as little detail as you want to these. I mean, they're super easy and they're just a fun little Halloween manicure that you can do. So there's those 3 right there. And I'm just going to pop those right here into the top. So just kind of right there. So there's that. And then we're going to do kind of the same thing that we did with this one. So we're going to drop a little bit of our orange polish onto the plate. And grab our dotting tool here, dip it in, and then we're going to color in the pumpkins. And then we'll grab our yellow, drop some of that onto the plate, and we're going to pick that up and color in our windows. Uh-oh, I got some fuzzies on there. All right. I am not the most steady of hands. My hands are super shaky. But again, it doesn't have to look perfect. I mean, people are going to look at it from a distance. So it's not going to be, it doesn't have to be